Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, it's Dr. Phil here, and I'm doing another video on fossil preparation. Don't worry, air shows and birds and opals, they're all coming. I'm just also some other analysis of air stuff in Ukraine as well. It's all coming. Happening to be doing the fossil preparation at the moment, and I might mention that whilst I was doing the hyperlapse video, the one that was sped up, a lot of people have seen that and they may be asking themselves the question, why was I taking perfectly good fossil off the face? And the reason is that in this particular instance, I'm trying to make the fossils attractive, and sometimes you just got to take off some perfectly good fossil to get to some of the fossil underneath. And in this instance, this is a glossopteris leaf right here, and that's what I think is the best fossil available for it. There's also some other of that stuff. You can see it as a dark layer on the other side of the rock. You can actually literally see the darkness there, and wherever that dark is, that's where the fossil happens to be. So I'm trying to get at that, and I'm trying to do it without damaging the fossil as much as possible. But I thought I'd give you a consolation prize just so that you know that it's all is not lost. And this is what's happened as I've been removing each piece. That's right, I've been sticking it back together. Now, it's not as good as what you would be getting in, the pristine fossil, but, I can put that back on, and that's what the fossil would have looked like originally. And what is more, I've got this other piece here, and I'll show you what I'm doing here. Just getting it all perfectly lined up, and then just sticking it on. So what I'll do here, that is not reliant at all on the substrate underneath, so I'll remove this fossil, and then I'll try and build it up, because this is how I kind of do it. I build it up a bit and then attach this fossil. Now, what I'll be doing eventually, I'll be leaving the cracks intact because I think that's going to be part of the history of the item now. But at the same time, I think if we just put some super glue over the top of it, that might actually bring out some of the better parts of the fossil. Now, what I'm doing is I'm just building up this bottom here so that the super glue will take. So basically, you're always trying to figure out what to break off. And if you do break something off, can you repair it? And what risks are you prepared to take? All that kind of stuff. And hopefully, if you come up with the right answers, you come up with a perfectly acceptable fossil. Now, seeing this one is looking pretty, how's your father? Anyway, I'm not too concerned with how it's all going to come together. I am a little bit concerned. But this isn't the main prize anymore. So, having said that, that is a beautiful leaf there. And when I start you doing more super glue, you'll see that there's actually an awful lot to like about this. But at the moment, all I'm doing is just putting the glue on, and it's got a wedding front. So glad that I know about wedding fronts. That means I have to build it up a bit more. And now the clock's ticking on that super glue. So, yay. Just break a thing off. Build it up with the thing I broke off. Yay. Here's the thing that I just broke off. And I snap it in half again. And then I build it all up again. Should I just say I'm Dr. Phil, frustrated musician and singer? When I was younger, I was a pretty good singer. Nowadays, not so good. The way I describe it is I can carry a tune in a bucket, and that's about it. Let's try and build it up underneath there like so. Let's see if that works. Not quite. Bring it over. Actually need to build it right up from there. From the looks of things, even further. Unbelievable. We're nearly there. Just one more thing. Let me see, what can I use? Because it needs to be a little bit, just not too much. Just a few little scraps. It's interesting that little debris that I can use to make this thing work. There we go. Perfect. Now, it hasn't worked out exactly right because that was never up at that angle. It's almost impossible to assemble the thing properly, so I don't mind too much. But what I'll do is quickly just bring this up so that all the ends touch, which will be good. It's really getting a lot of height there, which is surprising to me, but that's okay. Okay, I think I'm out of glue though, so I'll probably just be able to squeeze one last drop, hopefully, out of this one. No, not even that. Okay, I'll go get another thing, but that's about all that I need from that, and we may as well have a bit of fun and get a fresh one of cyanoacrylate, super glue, whatever you want to call it, as long as you don't call it late for dinner. And I'll just put it all over everything and we'll see what it looks like, because this is not necessarily a great fossil, but I might actually be able to turn it into something pretty nice. Sorry, just poking a hole, hole poked. Okay, here we go. Here's to making it look either really good or really bad. Should do this one in time lapse. They always do well. I used to do music and everything, didn't I? Not on my A game anymore, am I? I have the tiger, frustrated musician. Yeah, as you can see, it's actually kind of working its way quite well. Once you put a little bit of this cyanoacrylate in there, you can see that there's a beautiful little leaf pattern that's emerging, and the cracks don't look half as bad when you do it this way. So yay us, huh? Look at this. Another fossil, perfectly preserved. Imperfectly preserved really, but there you go. Perfect. Nice little fossil there. No, there's a bit more. That was the entire container too, gee. All right, anywho, Dr. Phil out.